Are we on? Welcome to Tell It Like It Is. It's a big surprise in the middle tonight. My co-host, he just now making it. So we're going to talk about sports tonight. I guess so. Or we going to talk about politics.
We're going to talk politics. We're going to talk sports. We're going to talk Happy New Year 2008.
Woo!
How y'all doing out there? No expiration date on this show. This ain't like milk. We go on and on and on.
I'm glad because it'd be some bad milk right now.
It's some bad milk right now.
Bad milk in Champaign, Illinois.
Now, you know what's strange, Bun? Now, last week, we were sitting here thick, wasn't we?
Thick.
Looked like a busted can of biscuits around here with so many brothers laying on this table.
Then we like grand biscuits in the freezer. You take us out one at a time.
That's it. That is it, man. Here's what I don't understand. Wait a minute. Can you get a shot of the empty chair over on the other side, where Big Wayne normally sits?
There's basketball there. His baby there.
His baby's there, a bottle of water. Wayne is dressed like a old day back at Wrigley Field, like a Cub fan, a chair. I don't understand it. But hey, tell it like it is, UPTV Channel 6. We're going to have a good time.
You're right.
Me and you, it's just going to be like we sit
Old
in the
school.
basement. Old school style. One-on-one.
I hear you.
Now, a lot of people know what happened last week. Or not even last week. What's today, the 4th?
Happened 3 days ago.
Wait a minute, before we get started, Stan Girl, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
What's your New Year's resolution?
Not to make a resolution.
It makes you feel good to know.
Because you know you're gonna break it. Why make one?
It's like goal setting. If you don't have any goals, what are you going to obtain it like? So what you're saying is,
Goals, but when you make resolutions made to be broken. You go out and
So you saying kids go off to college and they want to be doctors and lawyers, and they don't.
those are long-term goals.
It's like resolution. They're like resolution. You have 12 months. You have 12 months to keep it.
This year? No.
Or you going to tell your mom, dad, hey, I'm going to college. Where you going to college? I'm just going to college.
right.
I'll let you know when I get
Get
there.
there, right. Don't want to disappoint you. So what you're telling me is you don't set the traditional lose weight, see my friends and family more, be on time, like me.
Breaking some, huh?
He broke one already.
4 days. That's sad. That is sad. Well, like I said, Happy New Year to you. Glad you're here for another ride. You know what's scary about this, man? We've already made it full circle, 12 months.
12 months.
A little golf clap.
I hear you.
Illinois. Rose Bowl.
Exciting.
Exciting.
Yeah. You had Marcus Allen there. You had some of the Trojans. You had Jim Belushi. And you had Kevin Hardy. You had some more, Dick Buckers. He was in there. Dick been out in the parking lot a little long time because he cocked his head to the side.
Dick was
feeling. Oh, his hip was not feeling any pain.
No, that artificial hip had not a lubricant on it.
Oh man,
a lot of lubricant.
I don't know what he drank, but it had some lubricant on it.
Well, here's my question: what happened?
You see this slogan right here? It's a brand new ball game. That's exactly what it was. It was a brand new ball game for the Fighting Illini in Pasadena.
Brand new ball game.
Brand new.
49-17.
Brand new.
Well, I guess the phone lines have already fired up. 328-8280. Caller. First caller, 2008. Holla at us. What's going on?
The big Sean King over here in the hood, the band Woodstone, yeah.
What's going on?
Man, I just want to talk about this Illinois basketball team this year. What it is.
Want to talk about the Illinois basketball team?
Yeah,
We-
we're talking about Ohio State.
Well, I tell you what. I was at that game last night, 74-58, and I'll say it real easily. It's like a game of Clue. The Butler did it.
Indeed. Oh, my mama brother did. He defense. They couldn't hold it down in the second half.
No. Problem with Illinois,
Did it all in the first half, but then it was all Ohio State.
yeah, Sean Pruitt.
Yeah!
Sean Pruitt was like Osama bin Laden. Couldn't find him in the second half.
Thanks for calling.
Appreciate it. And before we continue on with that Illinois basketball that we watched last night, let's get back to this Rose Bowl game. 49-17.
Brand new ball game, Joe.
Brand new ball
Brand
game?
new.
You know, the question
It wasn't Western Illinois. It wasn't Iowa. It wasn't Michigan State. It wasn't Northwestern. It wasn't none of them teams.
Mm-hmm.
This was USC, the Trojans. They were so up about the game, they won the coin toss and we're going to give you the ball first. Yes. We're going to spot you. Go ahead. Take off.
And what happened?
You know, they were 3 and out. They punted.
And then what happened?
The booty got loose.
And then what happened?
The booty got loose again.
And then what happened?
But overall, Illinois played great defense. I have kudos to defense coordinator. They made adjustments. They had to get the booty because if they didn't get the booty, it would have been 60, 70 points scored.
Yeah, I will say this. You know, we sat here last week and said that Illinois was not going to win the game. And like I said, we tried to be as objective as possible.
That's true.
But I agree with you. Illinois did play very sound defense.
Their defense kept them in the game in the first half.
Kept them in that game, kept them in the game, kept them in the game.
And then after a while, you know, your defense, you know, it's like holding on to that guy on the cliff and palms get sweaty, and you just
Don't let go!
I can't hold on.
Hold on!
Please.
And they was gone.
It was gone. I mean, Joe, if anybody, I know everybody in Champaign, I don't know, watch the game, everybody in the nation. I mean, second quarter, USC, the scored, they ordered,
Oh,
they
yeah.
soldier boy.
Yeah.
Ken Norton, too,
Yeah.
head coach. Now, Pete Carroll, if I was Pete Carroll, he'd be fine for that. Ain't no soldier boy going in the second quarter.
Well, Pete Carroll, he was pretty confident in himself.
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't too concerned.
He got to
about it.
be.
You know, and like you said, if you look at the way that game played out, as you said, USC deferred the kickoff to the second half. They kicked Illinois, shut them down, and they came out and scored early. We sat here last week and talked about the keys to the game. And the first key, Illinois had to start off strong. They had to score first. Which they did.
Mendenhall had a 12-yard run. That was the last one until he broke the 70-plus.
Yeah. He was missing two.
And I mean, I blame it on the offensive play calling. I mean, it's third and long. Come on, dog. It's third and long, and you throwing these bubble screens.
Well, let me say this about the offensive play calling. That was offensive play calling all season.
Yeah, but
You know, I think one of the things that happens when teams get to bowl games, we sat here last week, Illinois is ranked 114th in passing. And then people complain because they weren't passing on first down.
yep.
You know, just because you put a dress on a pig, don't make it a prom date.
No, it's still a pig.
You know,
And then they opened up the passing game. I mean, they was going down, 12, 15 yards downfield, boom, boom, boom. And then when they get down close, they like, okay, run the ball.
because that's,
It's like the Chicago Bears predictable.
yeah,
Third down and 17, what you gonna run? You gonna run a draw play.
but when you're number 5 in the nation in rushing, and you're number 114 out of 119 in passing,
And they got 9 in the box.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, 344 yards. That wasn't Illinois rushing. That was USC.
And another stat, you great stat, man. USC had more penalty yards than Illinois.
They're one of the most penalized teams in the nation. At one point, they had 7 penalties for almost 70 yards. Illinois had no penalties. But that was because USC, number one, they got a lot of taunting penalties, unsportsmanlike.
Oh yeah,
They were kicking off from the 15-yard line.
Me back in the old day when dude flipped in his zone, I'd have flipped right with him with that helmet. Pow!
And got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came out. They were pretty cocky and overconfident. And as I said
You're
last
supposed
week,
to hit him in the mouth, and they didn't.
well, the problem also I got with that Rose Bowl game, if you look at the historical stats on the Rose Bowl game, it doesn't matter if it's Illinois, Michigan, Ohio State, whoever goes out there, if they run up against UCLA or USC, usually comes back with an L. The victories usually come back when we play Stanford or Arizona State, or Washington, a team that normally doesn't play in the Coliseum or play in Pasadena in the Rose Bowl.
A traditional.
Right. So, I don't know, man.
Hey, kudos to Mendenhall. I think he's gone. I think there was an audition for the NFL.
Yeah. I agree with you because he ran for what, $155?
Yep.
$155, and he only had, 19, 20 carries. He looked good. He showed, I think the thing the scouts were looking for, he showed that burst of speed where he's a game breaker. And in the NFL,
he giving him the business too. A couple times he come around that corner.
yeah. So he did that. The other thing, if you flip it, USC's defense. I said it last week, their defensive speed on the ends. They played a base defense. They didn't have to go play a junk defense, a 3-5-3, or anything. They played their base 4-3 defense. They didn't have to walk a safety up to the line of scrimmage.
No.
You know, Lawrence Jackson and the gang were just too fast on the ends. And the only thing that really worked was when they did anything off tackle, right up the gut. When they tried to get around the ends, they, as we saw, no yards. I said 31-17.
I said 43-17.
You were closer, but you didn't go over. So like on the Price is Right, you get to showcase.
All right. Congratulations. All right, we got a caller on the line. Caller, tell your name, tell it like it is.
Johnny Bauer, Travis for the crew.
What's going on, DLB?
What's going on with y'all?
How you doing?
Hey man, we just sitting here talking about the Rose Bowl game. You know what happened, and obviously we were predicting an Illinois loss. So we want to get your word. What do you think happened last week, Dollar?
Hey man, I just think it was outmatched. I mean, even if Illinois had picked up on, had capitalized on the mistakes they made, I still think, USC would have beat them just because of the talent level. But, they made it. Let the whole game down and bop. Believe me, kids, they'll be back next year.
Now let me ask you this. Based on the way that game played out, do you think that will have any lingering effects going into next year's season, or is this just a learning experience that the Illini had to go through in terms of growing pain for this program?
I think it's a little bit of both. But for the guys that's going to be back next year, I think they're going to know what it's going to take to get to that next step. We got some new recruits coming in. We got a good football coach. And just like the newspaper said the other day, we'll be back.
Cool. Anything else you want to leave on the first show of 2008?
Well, I just want to say, give congrats out to the New York Giants. They played the Patriots pretty good the other day, but again, the Patriots prevailed. And for the call we had last week, Albert, I think he could be buying us dinner here in a few weeks. So,
Yeah.
I just don't see anybody beating New England right now.
I have to agree with you on that. Albert's going to have reservations for 3 at Alexander's or the Ribeye somewhere.
Yeah.
Since he don't want to leave town.
All change on 3.
You know what I mean?
Well, we appreciate you giving us a hit, bro. We'll be hollering at you. Take care.
Yeah, peace.
It's done. Wait a minute. Where the box at? Let me take the season. This is the Illinois season right here.
Box it up.
Put it in.
You gonna wrap it up?
No. Christmas was coming.
Oh, you gonna do man? You gonna do it like a man present?
Right.
He'll throw it here.
Yeah. That's it. Here's your gift.
It looks like a football. Wow.
Open it up. See what it is. Yeah, but that was, in a nutshell, like Dollar said, I agree. They were just overmatched.
Yeah.
I think the indication to me the entire game, which is a good indication for Illinois, but it shows the difference in the team. When Vontae Davis ran down Joe McKnight, great athletic play by Vontae Davis. But for every Vontae Davis that we have,
They ran 5 running backs.
5 different tailbacks ran in that game for USC. And didn't skip a beat when you couldn't tell who was who.
Then they had a man that been there 10 years. Let him score.
I don't know if he's been there that long.
Oh, yeah, he been a long. They say he been a long time. He's grandpa. He was
Yeah.
grandpa.
He did look a little gray under his mask with, 5 running backs, 49 points, 600 plus total yards, 2 different Rose Bowl records. Enough said on that. Illinois next year, they'll be back.
We'll find out.
We'll find out what.
You always find out how good a team is the following year.
Right. Now, other BCS bowl games.
Man, I'm tired of bowl games. And we still got 3 to go.
Right. We got the GMAC. First of all, GMAC got a bowl game?
Yeah, Ford had one. They need one too.
What is this? The
Chevy gonna have one next year.
the GMAC on what is it? The 48-month or the 60-month plan?
72. Everybody going 72
Stretching it out.
Stretching it out.
No money down, zero interest on this bowl game.
Right. No money
Doesn't make
down.
any sense. But with these other bowl games, we got to see.
International Bowl.
And then we go into, we'll talk about the championship game in a few minutes. But what do you think about the outcome? Were you surprised by the outcome of some of the other bowl games that happened?
Tell you what, Joe. Like you and Star said, we don't condone betting, but if you was a betting man and you bet on the favorites, you'd have been in trouble. You'd have been in. I only think 3 or 4 favorites have covered a game.
Well, the only team that covered was Georgia.
Yes.
Yeah.
USC.
USC covered and Georgia
New Mexico.
covered. And but if you look at it, Orange Bowl last night, Virginia Tech, heavily favored, number
Yes.
3 in the nation, was arguing that they should have been the one playing against Ohio State. Kansas was weak. They only played one good team.
Yep.
That was Missouri. Missouri beat them.
And what they do, play beamer ball against them.
Right. Other than Virginia Tech's special teams, nothing.
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 I'll tell you what,
24-21.
Colt Brennan, I know he's sore right now because he took one for the team the other night.
I think Colt Brennan right now is still laying on the on the Superdome carpet right
Living
now.
up at the ceiling.
You know when they come in, they clean the AstroTurf off, they get the gum off.
Yeah.
Somebody, hey, that's a quarterback, and they
They
just
took
put him on
one.
the back of the truck.
He took one for the team.
41-10, Georgia over Hawaii.
7 sacks.
And then what's up with Oklahoma?
Bob Stoops, if I was AD, Bob Stoops would be looking for a job right now. They've been a BCS 4 years in a row. 4 years in a row. They done made somebody else look good 4 years in a row.
You know what? Oklahoma's doing a great job putting together a recruiting video for other schools.
Oh, yeah.
Because if a kid wants to go to Oklahoma, all the coach of these other teams have to do is show the videotape of the BCS bowl game they played them and say, you decide.
Which school you
I'm
want
going
to
to
go
go to Oklahoma.
Oh, Boise State.
I'm going to Boise. I'm going to West Virginia. I'm going to Southern Cal.
Anywhere.
Bob Stoops, they got to get it together down there.
And they was crying, too.
Yeah. We should have been at the championship game.
No.
No.
You don't deserve to be there.
Right. The judges found out those were extensions, and that wasn't your real hair, Oklahoma.
Right.
So
People's
you lost.
Court.
You're
People's
out.
Court is rude.
Now, the best bowl game out of all of them that we've talked about wasn't even a BCS game. Capital One. Lloyd Carr, Michigan, went up against
Final game.
the Heisman Trophy winner, Tim Tebow. Go Big Blue.
Man, they had Tebow running like he escaped from the penitentiary.
Now, I'm glad you brought that up. Tebow, Heisman Trophy winner.
You know they don't fare good in
Did-
bowl games.
But my question is not only Heisman Trophy winners are jinx, but did Tim Tebow get exposed?
Oh, yeah, he got exposed. But they'll be number 1 next year, though.
I don't know. Derek Harvey's already turned pro, defensive end for
Yeah.
Florida. You know,
Somebody over there waiting, you know.
and Percy
Spot-
Harvin, you know, is he draft eligible? I don't know. I think he's a sophomore, so he may not be able to go. But sitting there watching that particular game,
Tebow, that little dip to do it up the middle, when he dipped in the middle, he was like, oh, here they come. He didn't know which side they was coming from. They came from the middle, outside, free safety, strong safety, cornerback. If Michigan didn't have all them turnovers, they'd have beat them worse than that.
yeah, you talked earlier about
Now, Mike Hardy, his stocks may have dropped a little bit because, big bowl game. You know, when you're on the stage like that and you're trying to go to the next level,
Right.
there's no room for errors.
I agree with you on that. And Mike Hart, I don't know if he was point shaving or, if he
never
had
know.
a gambling debt that he owed somebody, but
Because this was leaving his hand good.
it was greasy pigskin. Mike Hart hadn't fumbled in 100,000 carries
And he fumbled.
twice at the goal line. He ain't fumbled since I think he was a freshman. And he put 2 on the carpet against Florida. But like I said, to me, at all the bowl games this week, that was the best bowl game. The other thing that fans of the Big Ten need to watch especially from that particular game, you got to see a preview of Rich Rodriguez spread offense with a non-running quarterback. They were still able to run the spread, go 3 wide out. I don't know if you noticed when they were sticking the ball in Hart's gut and pulling it out with a little play action and throwing downfield. That's a semblance of that spread offense when your quarterback is really not a mobile
But
quarterback.
you gotta have a general there to run it.
Right. And Chad Henne didn't have the best of years. Him, Mike Hart, Jake Long, and the rest of the seniors came back trying to win a national championship. They were embarrassed by Appalachian State first game of the season. Oregon came back and just thrashed them there. They played through a numerous amount of injuries. But that's what Michigan was supposed to look like, healthy.
Yep.
And that team looked scary. That was a scary looking team.
Yeah, it was.
You know, so like I said, out of all the bowl games, I think that was the one.
Kind of sad they waited the end of the year to play like that.
Yeah, Lloyd Carr. I guess it's one of those things where.
Well, I'm leaving the game now. I want to leave a winner.
And what happened?
He left a winner.
He sure did. We got one more game left.
One more game.
LSU against Ohio State.
What's that right there?
Man, let me slide this over to you, man.
Look at that.
Hold that thing up.
I told you this a long time ago. They fell apart, but they back. LSU.
They held together by duct tape.
Well, good.
Old
That's good.
shoestrings.
Hey, ain't nothing like some good duct tape. They got different colors now. They ain't just silver anymore.
Well, I tell you what. You've talked about the SEC all year and talked about.
What's their record?
What's their record? What?
And
What? Who? Who to what?
they what? 6-2 bowl games.
Okay, this isn't the NFL. This is not the same team. Guys graduate, they do, well, I don't know how they do it down there. Up north, we graduate and move on. You guys may stay for 7-8 years.
Yeah, they do. They change names.
They just change the names on the jersey.
Yeah.
I knew Glenn Dorsey looked like he was about 30 years old.
Yep. Now he'll go to the league, play 3 years, get his pension.
Because he makes more at LSU than he would in the NFL.
Oh yeah, right now.
Scary. But LSU is known for what? Their defense?
Yes.
I don't think their defense really has a shot come Monday night.
Well, we'll see.
And the reason why, I don't think they have enough up front. Now, early in the game, based on adrenaline, they'll be flying around.
Oh,
They'll
yeah.
be hitting people in the mouth.
They at home. They be at
They at
home.
home,
They at
right.
home.
But once the adrenaline wears off and them plow horses up there from Columbus start grading the road, Glenn Dorsey, all them trophies and hardware you won, Lombardi, what else he won? He won the Lombardi, the Outland, the Outback, the back front,
State Farm Agent of the Year.
State Farm, he won the city of Urbana. He got every trophy under the sun, but those trophies won't be able to help him when the road break.
We'll see. We'll see.
From Ohio State.
So you say.
Here's the other thing I think that's interesting for me. Ohio State's defense is vastly underrated based
Yeah,
on
they
the
are.
quality of this game. Everybody keeps talking about the speed of LSU. Ain't no chump sitting up there in the scarlet and gray.
No, not at the Ohio State. But hey, you got the Road Warrior son sitting right there in the middle.
Yeah, Laurinaitis. Yeah, he's gonna do his thing. I'm gonna get my numbers right now. Get it over with quick.
Uh-oh,
I
let's
think
hear
I've
it.
said it before. I'll stay consistent with this. Ohio State 21, LSU 17. I just think Ohio State is too big and too strong and too manly. It's like an old Irish Spring commercial that they're gonna be running on LSU. I don't think LSU really can play with those boys. The speed on the corner, early Doucette, he's all right. Trez in the Holiday, he all right. Pearlou, he all right.
He
But
all
all right
right.
ain't gonna get it. 21-17.
You never know who they got on the bench.
Give me a number, man.
I'll tell you what. I'm sticking with the old tradition. I'm gonna say 34-10.
34-10 LSU?
Oh yeah.
Well, you raise your hand on that. Stat Girl's raising her hand. 328-8280.
At least she had it right this time.
She got it right. Let's see if this caller's got it right. Caller, tell her like it is.
Hello?
Caller, are you there?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, I just wanted to know what you think about Jolette Law and the University of Illinois women's basketball team this year.
Think Jolette Law and the University of Illinois basketball team are doing fantastic things out there on the Urbana-Champaign campus. We got a chance to speak with her about a month ago, and she talked about changing the culture out there and turning it into a rich environment of winning. With her background coming in from Rutgers and playing at the University of Iowa, and what she's already done this year, I see the sky's the limit for the Illinois women's basketball program.
You're right. I think they have more wins than the men.
Oh,
I think you guys are about right.
I think
Hey, they're two ahead of them right now.
two ahead. And I see the women. Well, this is not a big bold prediction now after what happened last night, but I definitely see the women qualifying for the NCAA. I don't see the men. The men are not going to qualify.
Jenna Smith to put her on the floor last night.
We may have made the game a lot closer if Jenna would have been in the post. Yeah, she's doing a fine job. Anything else, Colin?
No, that's it.
Okay,
Thank you.
we appreciate you calling. Tell it like it is. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, Illinois women's basketball program.
Hey, she doing her thing out there.
Now they
And
have
she was right here.
Right where?
And she right here.
right where?
Right here. Right there, this chick.
Oh, right there.
Right there.
Oh,
Telling
okay.
it like it is.
Right, my fault.
She laid down the law.
She did. And Coach Law, like you said, new team, new look, new law. Now,
law.
the other night they had a little setback against Penn State.
Well, you know,
controversial
hey.
referee call at the end, but yeah.
Penn State is, one of the top teams in the Big Ten.
And for them, and that's the point. For the Illinois women's team to be competing with them already.
And lose by 1 point.
Lose by 1 point on a controversial charge call at the end of regulation.
The big test will come when they play Ohio State and Purdue.
Yeah. And I think based on what they've been doing already, that's not going to be a problem.
No, them kids got confidence now, and they believe.
Yeah.
And when you start to believe, you got that little swagger about you, hey, team's in trouble, man.
Right. Well, I know one thing, man. You know who's in trouble? People are sitting out there watching this UPTV Channel 6, because we were already going through the first half. Tell it like it is, the first show of 2008. If you got anything, any opinions you want to talk to us about?
Miss that girl got a minimum of 8 calls.
Yeah.
She 5 short.
She fired show?
No, we got rid of the minimum.
Oh, no, it's a new year. It's new law. You didn't know that? Like the smoking law. No smoking in public places, minimum call on Tell It Like It Is. Yeah, it is.
That was back in 07. It's a brand new year.
All right.
But wait a minute, that's our New Year's resolution. Just because you don't have New Year's resolutions, we got New Year's resolutions on Tell It Like It Is. You got an 8-call minimum, and don't make me call Governor Rob Blavois.
You're right.
You know, the governor, Rob Blavois.
Or Ned DeWino. You really be in trouble, Ned DeWino come in here.
But like I said, we made it through the first half of the show, UPTV Channel 6.
Almost for that. Somebody's like behind a few seconds. First half.
When your TV set came on tonight, didn't you see all of us sitting here when the show started?
No.
That's all. And if you didn't see me, your TV set's broken, you got analog, you need digital. There. I said it.
He broke the law down.
There you go. That's my law for 2008. But give us a hit at 328-8280 if you got an opinion on anything. Illinois football, basketball, NFL.
Wow.
Playoffs.
Second season.
Playoffs?
What?
Playoffs.
Hello, I'm Rondé Barber.
Tiki's brother.
Hey, I think the Giants, who's Plexico?
He's going to find out.
He right, because he's short.
It
Rondé's
is-
short. Now, you know he's about 5'2", and Plexico about 6'7".
Wait a minute.
You know he got hands.
Wait.
He gonna grab it like that,
Wait.
one-handed.
Wait, stop. Wait a minute. 5'2".
He 5'2". He ain't that tall.
5'2".
5'2". I seen him.
Playing football, 5'2".
Yep, at Virginia. Him and Tiki.
And, wait a minute. So he was 5'2" in Virginia. How tall is he now?
5'2.5".
This is cleats.
Yes, cleats make him higher. He wearing inch cleats, which is illegal. 3/4 the most he can wear.
Okay.
But he
Is that?
I think they're in trouble though.
You need to stop. What he's referring to is the NFL playoffs. Wild card weekend kicks off tomorrow. Got a couple of games. The Washington Redskins, they're hot.
Dangerous team. They're on a mission.
4 in a row. 4 in a row. They go to Seattle to take on the Seattle Seahawks.
You know that controversy talking about should Todd Collins starred or should Jason Campbell? Man, you go who got you there.
Right.
If you've been driving a Cadillac all year long and it break down and you go get you Lincoln, you better stick with that Lincoln.
To get you to your destination.
You're right.
Leave the Cadillac in the shop. You
You're right.
can drive it next year.
It's Buddy Rental Car. You better swipe your card, unlimited mileage.
That's it.
Better ride it out.
One-way fee. Drop off.
You're right.
And that's what's going to happen. Redskins traveling out to the rainy city of Seattle, the Emerald City.
It never rains in Seattle, Washington.
Huh?
It never rains in Seattle, Washington. What they cry?
Oh, is that what it is?
Hey, I wonder if they're gonna have one of them slick balls, one of them slick balls like they had last
Oh, Tony
year.
Romo ball. They over there right now. They taking the ball. They put the water all on it. They got them in a little case. Yeah, we got these for the skin.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Okay, winning field goal.
Go.
Winning field goal coming up.
Get the balls.
Here they come.
Man, I can't. Shut up. Get it out there. Redskins, like I said, they won 4 in a row. Todd Collins came in, took over for Jason Campbell after he ruptured his patella and dislocated his kneecap. Since then, Todd Collins has looked like Todd,
Pete.
whoever. Todd Marinovich? No.
No.
Todd, no, he doesn't look like Todd Pete. Go on out. Let's see. There you go again.
What?
Nothing.
Todd Pete, like when y'all played Little
He
League
was offensive
baseball.
lineman.
Well, he was a baseball player too.
Oh, well, yeah, he was. He used to.
All right, yeah.
Okay. But anyway,
This is dangerous. They're a dangerous team. They're on a mission.
Redskins are dangerous. The other thing, the reason why I think they're dangerous is the fact that Clinton Portis is rejuvenated.
Yeah.
He is running.
Seattle, they come
and
out
catching
a
football.
weak division. They were the only team with a winning record in that division.
Oh, in the West?
Oh my God!
That was
I think we could have got 22 players when I did something. Had dollar quarterback. We'd won 3 or 4 games or something. We did something. I don't know what he's done, but we'd have done it. Put you out there, the fullback.
I play left out.
No, you got to play
That's the position I play.
fullback.
I play left
You
out.
tapping which side to go.
Yeah, I tap. Time out. I'm gonna go over here and have a seat on the bench.
I think they're in trouble.
You think Seahawks are in trouble?
Yeah.
So you don't think Matt Hasselback and Sean Alexander and the rest of the crew can do anything?
No, because Seattle known dropping balls and Alexander, he's not. I mean, he's just now starting to come around. He ain't been around all year either. It ain't like he been there. And Hasselback, you know, his hair is thinning out a little more, so helmet may not fit good. And 23-17. It ain't gonna be no field goal.
Wow, where's my pen?
You need a pen. You ain't got one. They got the score. The public got the score.
23-17, Seattle.
Yeah.
You say Seattle's gonna win or Washington's gonna win?
No. Washington. 23-17.
23-17, Washington.
The difference is it's going to be the Redskins' running game and defense.
I'll say this. I like what Washington's done since the death of Sean Taylor. They've been playing excellent, inspired football.
He's going to take Seattle.
However, there's a reason why Todd Collins is a backup quarterback. He's doing a great job.
He ain't played in 10
Todd-
years.
Exactly.
He's fresh.
He ain't fresh. Anything that's been sitting for 10 years
It's good.
is not fresh.
Yes, it is. Just like grandma's jelly sitting on the shelf. Bust it open that mason jar, put it on your biscuits.
Well,
Just like the day she made it.
we already did that. Don't be comparing Todd Collins to Grandma Jelly. You hear me?
I hear you.
That's Grandma Jelly.
I hear you.
Take that back.
Okay, next game.
Jacksonville against Pittsburgh. Now this game was played just a few weeks ago in Pittsburgh in the snow, and Jacksonville came up there and beat Pittsburgh like they owed them money.
Well, you know, you better pick right because you got some people after you.
Yeah, I do. So I'm gonna wait until you pick just to hear what you say.
Okay.
Jacksonville's coming in. David Garrard, #1 passer rating in the NFL, right behind. Well, I won't say #1, but he's right there with Tom Brady. He's only thrown 3 interceptions all season.
He gonna throw 4 or 5.
Two-headed monster, Fred Taylor and Maurice Jones-Drew.
They fresh.
Very fresh in terms of running game. Defensive line playing inspired football.
Yes, they are.
On Pittsburgh side, even though the game is at home, Fast Willie Parker.
Gone.
Gone. Broke his leg down in St. Louis a couple weeks ago.
They ain't gonna have Nara.
Narahara Davenport, Najee Davenport, will be running the football for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's have to depend on Roethlisberger to throw them out of this game.
It's gonna be an old school game.
A lot of
Hines Ward's gonna be the difference.
Hines Ward is going to be the difference.
Pittsburgh 17, Jacksonville 7.
Pittsburgh 17, Jacksonville 7.
Yeah, I mean, you look at ESPN, Jacksonville talking. I mean, they jaw jacking good. They jaw jacking all week long. You know, they talking good. You know, but hey, you can talk all you want to. Let's put it on the field. I don't think Pittsburgh can be beat twice by the same team.
I wish you were right.
There you go.
Once again, I'll be going against the grain.
Get them,
Go
Bob.
with Sam
Get them,
here.
Bob Hank.
I know a couple guys who are big Steelers fans, and they'll just have to go ahead and put their black and gold back in the closet till August. Jacksonville is right now, I think, the second or third best team in all of the NFL, right behind New England, and maybe pretty close to Indianapolis right now. With that being said, I see Jacksonville going into Pittsburgh 27-17 Jaguars.
Wow. I hear you.
Good
Okay.
evening.
Okay.
Those are Saturday's games. Sunday. Where's your helmet, man? What happened to You've been riding with the Giants.
I forgot my helmet, but
Get down.
jinx them. And last time I had the Giants helmet, they lost. So I got, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, you spoke earlier. Plaxico Burress, Eli Manning, Brandon Jacobs.
Inspiring football right now.
Inspired football.
Oh man, they shocked me last week. I just knew they was gonna get beat bad.
Okay, let me look in the camera and say this. They lost. The Giants lost.
Yeah, we
You
did.
learned nothing from losing, but
We don't condone betting, but they covered the spread.
they covered the spread. That's it.
Hey,
The spread on their bed. They put the little Giant sheets
one mistake
on.
cost us. One
Yeah.
mistake.
They were playing against the best team since 1972.
You know. Yeah.
And
Mercury said they on the mountain with them too. They right beside them.
Now look, let me just say this.
Oh,
I know we
Mercury.
talk about the Giants in Tampa, but you brought up Mercury boys.
Oh, I love them. I love them, man. You got to love them.
First of all, will somebody take him to the barbershop and get that 1973 crooked fro cut?
No, it's style, man.
No,
They
ain't
keep
no
that style.
You know,
It's a
he's not.
turtleneck. You gotta get you one.
No.
Go in them conference, have you a turtleneck, wool turtleneck on with a sports coat. Were you glad wear them big welder's glasses
Looking
like you got?
Walt Clyde Frazier or somebody?
Yeah.
Do I need to get the old mutton chop?
No,
sign
just
on?
leave. Just go in there looking like that.
Man, are you crazy? You
they'll
know
pull-
what you get for
They'll
Christmas?
pull your license.
You got some crazy juice or something.
Sure did.
And she just a giggling and sniggling.
She enjoying it.
Right. You get on the job. 328-8280. You better call her.
'Cause she in trouble.
She's sitting there laughing. She only got 22 minutes left. If she don't get an 8-call minimum, we call it INS.
She's lucky.
Right. That made the phone ring. 328-8280.
And ain't your kids calling and hanging up either.
Back to the Giants in Tampa. Tampa Bay is a team to me with no identity. I mean, who, you know, when you
They playing football.
right, it's just 22 guys, but it's like, you know, how you think about a team, you're like, who's the guy?
Well, hold that thought.
I'm gonna hold that thought.
We got a caller on the line. Call us, tell your name, tell it like it is.
Yeah, my name is Anthony Miles.
How you doing, Anthony Miles?
I'm all right. How about you?
I'm doing fine.
All right, I got a question for you guys.
All
I
righty.
wanted to know, have you ever played football and at what level did you play on?
Tell them.
Me? I played high school and some college.
High school and some college?
Yes, sir.
All right. So where do you guys get your information from? Do you go off ESPN or the internet, or do you just, go by what you see?
Internet and how I feel and how I see the game.
All right. Okay. That's all I had. I just want to call in and ask you, and I think you guys do a
What?
great
Can
job.
I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Have you played football before?
Yeah.
What levels?
I played Pee-wee.
Pee-wee.
Yeah, Pee-wee football. Heck of a player, too.
I bet you were.
You know what? Hey, Anthony, I heard they used to call you the juice box guy.
Oh, yeah. I was the baddest 9-year-old on the field, and I guarantee you that.
They were scared of you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, man, we appreciate you giving us a hit. UPTV Channel 6, you take care.
All right, you too. Happy New Year.
Same
Same
to you,
to
bro.
you.
The juice box guy called
Ju-
here.
The baddest Pee-wee player.
Coach looking around. He 4th and goal at the 1.
He like, Anthony, get out of the water. Come over here. Come in the game. We running zip, zack, doom, you.
No, Coach, I gotta get a juice box.
Nope. Get in there.
But I need my juice box.
And you know how he scored a touchdown?
How he scored?
He scored. He little thing, he got that little football. He ran up behind the line, and the ball pops out of his hand, and he grabs it and jumps over the line. Touchdown. He get to go out and get that Burger King Whopper.
For scoring the winning
For
touchdown.
winning score.
Well, here's my question for you. Tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but Sunday, New York and Tampa Bay, who scores the winning score in that game? Tampa Bay is a good...
Plaxico gonna score the winning on Rondé Barber. 5-2 Rondé Barber.
Over-
He gonna catch it one hand like this.
And Plaxico is what, 7'3"?
Yeah.
He grows every time we talk about him. Just like his phone line and number for Stat Girl's growing. Call her, tell us your name, tell us where you calling from, tell it like it is.
Hey, this is Dalisa from last week.
Hey, Dalisa, how you
Dalisa,
feeling?
you was right, wasn't you?
Yeah.
What?
What was the score again?
It was 49-17. Trojans.
I told you.
Did you win any money, Dalisa?
Huh?
You bet? Your mama give you some money to bet with? You get a credit card and get online. I'll tell you the website. And we'll get you hooked up with some online betting.
Okay.
Is that cool? All right. Anytime you want to make
Hey,
some money.
Dalisa, one thing. Did you hear that song they played, USC played?
Oh, no.
I hear you. A whole lot of people around here did. Why can't they play something else?
Well, score and stop them. That's the way you change that. Well, Dalisa, thanks for calling. You hit us anytime, UPTV Channel 6. Tell her like it is. I know why you called. She still ain't gonna get her 8 calls. Trying to help her out. We ain't dumb. Hang up the phone. Do your chores. Get your homework done.
Do them dishes.
Do them dishes.
I already did them.
All
All
right.
right, take care.
Okay.
Now, going back to the game, I think Eli Manning, him and Brandon Jacobs and Eli Manning gonna be the difference in this game because they gonna line up Giants football. January, they like to line up in the I formation
Right.
and run it. Boom, boom, boom. They don't have no more Shockey. They found a new guy. Boss. The new
good.
boss.
Look good.
Toomer, he been around for 66 years. He the old man. They tried to get him to talk some noise. He said, I don't talk noise. I just play football.
Yeah.
He's programmed. He got the chip in his head from Michigan.
Is that what
It's
it is? Still in there?
Yeah.
Bo put it in.
But Jacobs going to be the difference, 23-10.
23-10 Giants. I have to agree with you. Giants are 7-1 on the road this year. They are an excellent road team. And I think the reason why they're an excellent road team is because Eli doesn't have to listen to the idiot fans in New York and read all the crazy press clippings and listen to the sports talk shows like us. He just go out there and play football. I got to agree with you on that one. Because as I said earlier, Tampa is one of them nameless, faceless type playoff teams.
And they say Garcia's 2-0 versus the Giants.
When he was playing with San Francisco and Philadelphia. This is a totally different deal.
You're right.
I mean, Garcia right now, who's the running back for Tampa Bay?
Graham. Ernest
Yeah.
Graham.
Graham Crackers. He'll get crumpled.
Michael Pittman.
Pittman, no. And then Michael Bennett, ex-Viking, ex-Badger, nope, not going to happen.
Then you got old man Galloway.
Joey Galloway is 38 years old, going on 75.
He got his own smoothie shop down there, though.
Well, he might want to get 2 of them. One for him and one for his bruised ego when they lose to New York on Sunday in the first game. Now, the second game, Tennessee Titans, they got to make a decision. Vince Young, quad injury. What's going to happen with him? They're going up against the San Diego Chargers. San Diego Chargers cannot lose this game for one reason only.
They will burn up San Diego.
They'll set Qualcomm Stadium on fire.
Sure will.
They fired Marty Schottenheimer last year.
For doing the same thing.
For doing it. 14-2 in the regular season, lost in the first round of playoffs to New England. They've got to win.
Got to.
Tell me,
It's a must.
Tennessee and San Diego, who you got?
San Diego, 34-10.
34-10?
Yeah. I mean, Vince Young, he's gonna come. They're gonna juice him up to come out there, but after a while it'll wear out, and Sean Merriman gonna do that.
Wait, do that one more time.
That's it. That's all you.
I thought you had got tasered for a second. Don't tase me, bro. So you saying San Diego?
Oh yeah, LT's gonna shine.
LT gonna shine.
Yep, he has to.
Well, I
Phil
said it.
Rivers.
Well, before I go to my selection, we'll go back to the phone lines, 328-8280. Call and tell us your name, tell us where you're calling from, tell it like it is.
Oh, this is Rob. I'm calling from Champaign.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing excellent, Rob. How you feeling?
I wanted to ask, do you think that if the Chargers beat the Titans, would they at least have an outside chance against if they happen to meet up with the Patriots?
I tell you what, they would have an outside chance. They'd be outside looking in. Right now, if the Chargers beat the Tennessee Titans, what New England will do is they'll put 9 in the box and they'll dare Phillip Rivers to win that game. Phillip Rivers has been a disappointment to be conservative on what he's done this year for the Chargers. He's the Achilles heel. You know what LT's going to do. If LT gets daylight, he's taking it to the house. He can carry a team. But Bill Belichick will not allow one man to beat him.
No house checking there.
So that's what's going to happen.
Caller, you remember what happened the second week? You remember what happened the second week?
I just was wondering, you guys don't believe in that any given?
Yeah, I believe in it, but it was any given Sunday night, the second week after Spygate, and they whooped them like they stole something.
Right. I know you might be a Chargers fan, but we have to be realistic in this. And when you look at the matchup situation that San Diego would have with playing in New England, I think it's going to be very difficult for you to depend on Phillip Rivers to carry your team when he hasn't done it all year.
Southern California, Boston, you got come across the United States, the temperature changes.
Right. You be out on the East Coast, they got a little snow, a little wind, and you got that crowd. And the other thing, New England's got Tom Brady. You got Tom Brady going up against Phillip Rivers. That's like Halle Berry going up against Phyllis Diller. That's just.
So do you feel that the Colts got an outside chance?
Now I will if the Colts and the Patriots play, the Colts do have an outside chance due to the fact that they've got Peyton Manning. They've already been to the mountain. They're the defending champs. They've been able to lay low and fly under the radar all year because everybody has been enamored with New England's 16-0 season. So if the Colts and the Patriots play in the AFC Championship game, Colts do have a shot. I think the key would be to score early and be able to control the clock with Joseph Adai, and then hopefully their defense, now that Bob Sanders would be playing in that game, would be able to stand up. The other thing, like Bundy talked about the weather, I think that would be to the Colts' advantage as opposed to the Patriots. If there's bad weather in the championship game, I think the Colts can run the ball a little bit better than the Patriots game.
He told it like it is. He told it wrong, but he told it like it is.
All right.
All right, thank you, caller, for calling in.
Okay, thank you. You guys doing a great job.
Thanks,
you.
man. Appreciate it. Man, what in the world?
What?
What was that? The stat girl over there texting.
So
trying
there.
to get somebody else to call.
I need one more. One more. One more, please.
I need my jobs.
You're right. So now we got the playoffs out of the way. Then we go.
We're going to talk about a little Fighting Illini basketball. I know we kicked the show off early with the first call, talked about Illinois basketball, but last night, Fighting Illini men's basketball team, if you didn't get a chance to be at Assembly Hall, you checked it out on ESPN, took on Ohio State in their first Big Ten game, and Illinois lost 74-58. Fighting Illini, after 14 games in the regular season, are 8-6.
Wow. Who'd have thunk it?
Nobody. They wouldn't have thunked it. You wouldn't have thunked it. And I wouldn't have thunked it. Remember, it was about a month ago, or even before that, right before the season was back when it started, we were giving our prediction. What,
You said 23.
I said 23 victories.
I said
right
17.
Here. You said 17. We don't know what the hell we talk about on this, do we?
I think I'm closer than you are.
I don't think we're close to anything right now.
I tell you what, it's a shame. I mean, every coach that's playing Illinois is going to play a 2-3 zone defense. Tennessee State played it the whole game. I don't think they came out of it. I think they went in. I think they went in timeouts and went in the 2-3 zone or in the huddles.
When they were in the locker room, they walked in the 2-3 zone. Last night, Ohio State played a 2-3 zone. They played a little passive 2-2-1 3/4 court press just to give some semblance of taking some time off the clock when Illinois brought the ball up court. You don't even have to do that against this team. They're going to run the clock down themselves.
You know, analysis. Your buddy Blue Cheese told me a couple hours ago. He said what Illinois needs to do. He said they need to set the shot clock in practice at 24 seconds. They have 24 seconds to complete a pass. If not, they're running suicides. I mean, you think about it now. You know, Blue Cheese, he ain't right all the time, but he do make a little sense. That sounds like it makes sense. Because you look last night, as I was flipping back and forth, I was watching the game. When they get the ball over half court, it's 24, 25 seconds to go.
Yeah.
They done wasted all that time and energy just to get the ball across. Now they got to set up an offense, and all they did was a 3-man week. High, low, high, low, high, low. Then they get down, they kick it to the corner, kick it back out, kick it to the other corner, kick it back, kick it to the middle, and he shoot a shot and miss it.
Then go the other
You're
way.
going the other way. I mean, they need to find some character, and Bruce Weber don't have the team to run that motion offense. He need to come up with some junior pro plays. He
Yeah.
needs to start playing. He need to learn a zone defense, a 1-3-1 or a 2-3 or a 3-2 or whatever. He can't keep going man to man because he uses too much energy on defense, and that's hurt him on offense.
Man, you nailed this on the head. First thing I will say,
I ain't a basketball player, but
you sound
pop
good.
your collar.
You can pop your collar, but I will say this. You need to get some new friends when you get advice from Blue Cheese. you got all these people you know in the world, and Blue Cheese is your expert.
Yeah, you know what?
analysis
I
on
bet
Illinois
Shoes
basketball.
told him to say that.
Shoes told Blue Cheese.
Yeah.
And Blue Cheese told you.
You're right.
And then you came on Tell It Like It Is and told all them people out there.
Told them all. And they probably sitting at home saying, yeah, you know, he right.
Right.
That boy right.
Now, I will say this. After sitting there watching 14 games this year and watching them up close and personal last night, number one, we have no foot speed. This is one of the slowest Illinois teams that they've had here in a while. Number two, God bless Coach Weber. He came in here,
He
and
gonna have
he
an
brought
ulcer.
his system in, and his system worked, and it took team to the Final Four.
He had the right
about 3 years
personnel
ago.
for it.
And I agree. He had the right personnel for it. And that the point I was going to make is that the system he has is not conducive to the players that he has. And at this point in the season, I know it's hard. You know, the old saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
He need to learn
But
some new tricks.
He needs to go ahead and do two things. On the offensive side, as you push the ball up court, even if you don't score, I think what it does, it changes the attitude and confidence level of the team. What you see now, I watched last night a team run a 3-man weave against a 2-3 zone. Ohio State got to the point where they didn't even move. They just stood there while the ball was just weaving at the top of the circle.
And Chester Frazier looked up and hit a 3. I mean, I've seen plenty of times, like, what's Lightly? He the other guard? Left him wide open.
Yeah.
Then he hit a 3, then he thought he was hot.
Yeah. And he was hot like a match. One strike.
That's it. That's all
he
he's
got.
good for.
That's all he was good for.
Then he
And
made a couple free throws.
you know, and you look at the way the team is constructed in terms of the type of athletes that they have. I said this at the beginning of the season. Their top athletes are the wing players: Randall, Alexander, and Davis. And you can throw Brock in there, for example.
Yep.
That's why I would change the process right now, just even if it's just for this season. And at this point in the season, you got to try something new because what you're doing now is not working. But go ahead and run a zone, use a trap, use those wingmen to their advantage with the length that they have and athletic ability that they have. The other thing,
They run a trap. They run a trap on the baseline. They have a guy over there on the baseline by the bench, and they let him loose. They let him step through and make a pass.
other thing I was going to say is Chester Frazier. I know a lot of people get down on Chester, but Chester, he's a free-flowing style of basketball player. He's not a structured ball player.
Well, there you go to N1 offense then.
You know, and that's why I want him to go to the press, because if you can put him on the point and let him chase, I think what will happen is with his aggressive energy, he'll be able to create some turnovers, and then he'll be able to go to the hoop and create some baskets for himself on penetration as opposed to letting the defense get set.
One thing we don't know if his feet's still hurting from last year. You know, he got bad feet.
Well, you better call Dr. Scholl and, you know, get them things done. The other thing, and this is not to try to be funny against Chester, but his image. When D. Brown was here, D. Brown wore what hairstyle?
Braids.
So when people look out there and they see Chester, what does it automatically do?
Take a D.
Think of D, right?
So what do you need to do? Go to see Joe or,
You need to go down and see Joe,
or cut a bud or rest somebody?
the whip, and just get a new look. Cut them braids out of his hair, clean shaven, walk on the court, have a new look, do like Patti LaBelle said, I got a new attitude.
Right.
And try something different. On the other area in terms of defense after they come out of the trap, hey, the old saying, if you can't beat them, join them. Everybody's zoning you, zone them. The man-to-man doesn't work, and the reason why it doesn't work is because we're a step slow, and we don't have any shot blocker or any intimidating factor
And like
in the
Mr.
post.
Butler, Mr. Butler was just free flowing last night.
Man.
He was like, in New York City, he's down on 96 and 8th Avenue, free flowing.
He was having a good
The
time.
beatbox was jumping on. He was like, pow, da, pow, pow, da, pow, pow. Pop, snap, crackle.
He was playing a bucket with some drumsticks.
Sure
And
was.
getting for it. He dropped 32 on the head. Now here's the last thing I'm gonna bring up on Illinois basketball. Right now, starting with Penn State Sunday, if you look at Illinois' schedule, they may not win another basketball game until January 27th when they play Northwestern here. They play Penn State here. They go to Wisconsin, Indiana. They get Michigan here. Then they go to Purdue and Ohio State. Then they get Northwestern. They might beat Michigan, but Northwestern, whew.
We have a caller on the line. She has made it. Caller, tell us your name, tell her like it is.
Hey, it's Mark.
How you doing, Mark?
Good, man. Hey, what do you think about at this point now, just putting in McCamey and letting him run things, and just, see where it goes from there, and playing some of the younger guys? I mean, you think we're at that point yet?
I think we are.
I think you're in audition mode right now, Nate. You should try them out. And Sunday would be a good audition.
Well, here's what I say on that, Mark. When you've got 15 guys on the team and nobody stands above anybody else on that lineup, I'd have 3 teams. I'd have an orange team, a blue team, and a white team. And I would just run 5 in and run 5 out. And run 5 in and run 5 out. And like you said, like at this point, you got to try something different. Let some of these younger guys audition for next year. Give them an opportunity. Not to write off this season, but they're not going to the NCAA. We can see that right now. Start preparing for next year. Start letting McCamey get some confidence at the point. Not to write Chester off, but I agree, McCamey's got to start getting some of the experience out there. Get Davis and Alexander to get out there, run up and down the court. And get Tisdale in the point, let him do his thing.
All right, man. I agree with that. Thanks, man.
Appreciate
All right.
you calling. Well, hey, man.
And John just told us, he gave us the finger.
You gave John, you've been around, you knew. You can't be giving us the finger. Oh,
Stat girl made it.
he wrapped it up. Is that what you're saying? Well, John did a great job running the show tonight. Stat girl, you got it by the hair of your chinny chin chin. Get a New Year's resolution together. Big Bun, hold up your placard one more time.
It's gone.
It's gone.
LSU.
LSU, done. We out of here.